Children's Workshop. It is New Bern Civic Theater's Next Generation Workshop. We have 42 kids in there. We have Nora Blalock who's directing, and we've got all our interns working hard this morning. They have cast their show. They are breaking down all of the parts with costuming and music, which we just heard, and it's Jolie Kuntz is our musical director for this, and so we're really excited to see what she does, and the kids are having a great time. So we have performances next weekend, Saturday at 7:30, and then on Sunday at 2 p.m. It is insane what these kids learn in a matter of 10 days. The workshop is Monday through Friday, and I've watched this program for 13 years, and it continuously blows my mind at the amount that kids absorb and what they learn and how they're just engaged in doing a good job. So the showcase features everything that they've learned in a 2-hour program, and it's one of my favorite times of the years. I try and act like I don't like the kids, but I love it. It's really hard for me to get my work done because I have to keep slipping in to see what it is that they're doing. They play a lot of games. They're in there singing and dancing, and we just heard a piece from Moana, which really touches me because I grew up in Hawaii, so this brings back a lot of my childhood, doing hula and being out on the beach and looking for shells on the beach. So we really hope that all of you can make it out to our workshop performance next weekend. It's $5. Bring your kids, bring the family. It's a lot of fun, and come support these kids in everything that they're doing. So, and they're cheering themselves. I can hear them. They're excited. That's what I live for. I love seeing a kid who comes in and doesn't know anything about theater and is unsure, and then all of a sudden they step out of their comfort zone. Yesterday they were doing a game called Encore, and initially there were maybe 4 kids that would jump up and sing. So the game is you say a word and you have to sing a song. Someone has to sing a song with that word in it. And like I said, there was probably about 4 or 5 kids that would, kind of timidly do it. But once they got into it, the kids couldn't stop themselves from going in, and they didn't care. They didn't care if they sounded off. They didn't care about their image. They didn't care about how they sounded. They just were engaged. And I think that's one of the things that is so important with music, is it connects us. It's a language that we all speak, and it's a way for us to bond. And Moana is, it's a foreign language that these kids are learning, but they're learning it because music ties all cultures together. So I think that's super important. Can you tell I'm excited about this? Anyway, so come out, support our kids. This is a fantastic program. It is run by our Sax Bradbury players, and the Sax Bradbury players are an all-teen troupe that direct, performs, and does everything from A to Z with their own show. And this year, next month, they're going to be going up with Marie Antoinette. So this program that we have for our youth, we start very young from ages 8, and we have our children's show. We do the Next Generation Workshop till they are 15. And while they're in the workshop, our Sax Bradbury players, we start to pick out the leaders. And the first step of leadership is being an intern here with the workshop. It's an empowerment program, and it comes full circle. So all of our young kids in there are looking at the teens and thinking, I can't wait until I'm a Sax Bradbury player and can do the things that they do. So yeah, the youth here is super important, and it goes far above and beyond entertainment. Oh my gosh, here they come. It's just Nona. Hey, Nona.
Yes.
Say hey.
Hello.
Tell us, Nona's gonna tell us. I guess I shouldn't call you Nona. That's my pet name for her. So Nora Blalock has grown up in the theater since 11, right? Mm-hmm. You were 11 years old, and Willy Wonka was your first show. Mm-hmm. Interesting. So tell us a little bit about what this workshop showcase is going to be and what you've done to kind of tweak and change the workshop this year that's a little different.
Okay, so this year we are doing a bunch of numbers from some Disney movies, and we're doing some songs and some scenes and some numbers that are going to be just dancing. So what the workshop's always really focused on was individual aspects of theater, including technical theater and dancing and music and backstage and makeup and costumes, which I guess kind of all goes into technical theater as well.
Yeah.
But and then different like styles of performance, like Shakespeare, and different styles of dance and different like genres of musical theater. And so we've been doing some workshops with the kids, and we are, teaching them about the different reasons that we do all of these different styles of theater and ways to kind of put all of these things that they're learning into their performance. So we chose something that was most of the kids already know, they're already familiar with, so that they have that time to really think instead of think about like, okay, let me figure out this material, let me learn it. They already know a good chunk of it, so it's more, okay, how can I take what I've already learned through the workshop and channel that into my characters and into my dances and into my backstage experiences. We actually have a child who was more interested in doing backstage stuff, so she has taken a couple roles in the showcase, but she's also going to act as our stage manager. We also have a child who will not be joining us next week and next weekend for the showcase, but he will be doing tech. So we're really kind of just figuring out what exactly each of these kids is most interested in learning and most interested in pursuing with theater, and really kind of tailoring each of their experiences to their outcome for this camp.
Mm-hmm. And you grew up in the workshop. I mean, literally, you were in it every year. What's it like for you to sit there and look at these kids who are starting out the way you did?
It's very different because, I mean, I know a lot of them. Some of them have done camp before. Some of them have done junior shows before. But it's so interesting every year that I've been an intern, at least. I've seen them grow so much. And to see the kids who are, getting slightly older and starting to age out of camp really become leaders. Mm-hmm. And then the newer, younger kids really, taking an interest in all of these different aspects of theater that they had no clue existed. And then we had one kid this year who the first day didn't want to do anything, didn't want to speak, didn't want to talk.
Those are my favorite.
Yes, and now she is just so comfortable and she's so excited and she wants to be in everything and she wants to do everything, and it's just so fun to see them break out of their box and then continue to pursue a love of theater.
The really cool thing about a story like that is it's almost instant, because this workshop is only 2 weeks. And so we're only on day 3 of the workshop, and to see that amount of growth from being completely introverted to being completely open to it. And theater is scary. It is scary stuff. I mean, when you really think about it. Did you ever feel that way?
Yes. There are a couple kids in this camp that I've definitely seen myself in specifically, or I see a lot of the friends that I grew up doing theater with and have kind of the same path as me, or we're all in all the same shows as me. It's you can spot those people in these kids, the same little quirks or the same fears or the same interests in things. It's really interesting, and I really hope that because I do see those random things in them, that I will also in the basket.
There's our musical director, Jolie Kuntz.
It's really interesting seeing them kind of blossom even in just the first couple of days, and then again with some of the kids that I've known before that I've always kind of seen those people in, see them kind of start to blossom the same way, and I hope that they'll have the same love and the same drive that the people that I see in them have and had.
And you're now going from intern. You've interned for what, 3 years?
This is my 2016, 17, yeah.
So
It's
you
my 4th
interned
year.
for 3 years, and now you're
Yeah.
directing. And there's a huge leap from interning to directing, but because you worked for 3 years as an intern, it's kind of a smooth transition because you came to me with everything done and proposed, and you just knew exactly what you wanted to do with the workshop. When people, and they do, because I have personally experienced it, when people look at teens and someone as young as you directing a full-blown workshop with younger children, the first instinct is they don't have an education. They're not trained in working with kids. They're teens. How can they do this? What is your response to that?
I was one of those kids, and so I know exactly what I recall my experiences, and then I recall, you know, the parts that I really enjoyed learning or the parts that my friends really enjoyed learning. Like I think I know this process pretty much inside and out at this point, and I have, from all of those years of doing it, even before I was an intern, you know, picking up on what the kids enjoy, what they don't enjoy, what they sometimes have to work harder on, what are the hurdles to get over, those sorts of things. I was one of those kids, and so I know exactly how they're feeling. I know exactly what they want to learn. I know exactly how to teach them.
So you have more of a connection because it's still fresh in your brain.
Yes.
Okay, my battery's low. So, okay, so yeah, Children's Workshop, Next Generation Workshop. It is next weekend, 7:30, and on Saturday, and then Sunday we have a matinee at 2 p.m. It's $5 per person. It is a great program with awesome kids. We've got some really talented kids in here too.
We do.
Wow, kids amaze me. So anyway, we hope to see you all there, and thanks for watching.